One of the most interesting discoveries of the past half-century is the common concept of nutritional interaction. Nutrition interaction is an ecological process that starts from the top of the food chain and continues down to its lower steps. What happened since 1995, when wolves were released back to Yellowstone National Park in the USA, is a classic example of this. We all know that wolves kill some animals. But it is a little-known fact that they give life to many. Before the wolves returned to Yellowstone National Park, which they hadn't been there for 70 years, because there was no species to hunt them, they increased as the number of deer increased and, by grazing, reduced vegetation almost extinct despite human efforts. They ate all. But despite their small numbers, their effects began to appear rapidly as soon as the wolves returned. They killed some of the deer in the beginning, yes. But this is not the important thing. More importantly, they caused radical changes in deer behavior. The deers began to stay away from places where they could easily be trapped by wolves, especially valleys and gorges. These places started to revive instantly. In some areas, the height of the trees has increased to 4 in just 6 years. The Bear Valley slopes soon became shaky poplar, willow and poplar forests. From the moment these started happening, the birds started coming too. The number of songbirds and migratory birds has increased exponentially. The number of beavers began to increase, because beavers love to eat trees. And beavers, like wolves, are ecosystem engineers. So they create niches for other species. And the embankments, otters, musk rats and ducks they build create habitats for fish, reptiles and amphibians. The wolves also killed the jackals. And as a result, the number of rabbits and mice increased. This means more hawks, more ferrets, more foxes, more badgers. Crows and eagles also came to eat the carcasses left by the wolves. With these carcasses, bears also fed and the population of the bears also increased partially. Because there was more blackberry in the revived bushes. And the bears further strengthened the effect of the wolves by killing some of the fawn. But we're just coming to the point that is interesting: the wolves changed the behavior of the rivers. Rivers started to meander less, there was less erosion. The canals narrowed, more pools and dunes formed. Each of these is great for habitats. Rivers changed due to the arrival of wolves. And the reason for this is that the revived forests strengthen the river shores and, accordingly, the collapse of the coasts are reduced and become more stable. Similarly, in some areas, erosions were further reduced as deer was driven away and vegetation revival on the valley slopes, because vegetation was now more stable. Thus, although few, wolves not only transformed the ecosystem of Yellowstone National Park, but also changed the physical geography of this area. If you liked the video, please subscribe. Have a nice day.